NFL draft picks choose white women. Black women are furious. So today's video comes from Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. We're going to jump into it momentarily. So a lot of guys are celebrating right now who were up for the NFL draft. You know, they have been accepted to various teams, but a lot of black women are furious when they see the videos of these men celebrating with their families. Instead of seeing these men with black women, they are noticing a very interesting pattern. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and you can just we'll just jump right into the video. And again, you can check out MTR's channel linked in the description.
New York Jets.
Yeah!
So the black Twitter has been ablaze over the past week as women rationalize and try to explain and ask questions regarding the amount of black men that they saw with white women at the NFL draft, bringing up comments such as this one. Not even gonna lie, seeing all black athletes with hot girlfriends at every draft makes my blood boil. It's borderline shameful. With follow-up questions such as this one, as a black woman, I just want to know why most successful black men choose to date married white women. For examples, athletes and actors. By the way, it's hilarious to watch badly worded questions like this, as if the successful athlete is going to choose a woman who cannot spell. Maybe it has nothing to do with your race, because these questions usually come from their own internal insecurity or conflict, and they establish the reason why as it's attributed to race. But looking at the way that this woman writes, it looks like it's education. But nevertheless, they're coming out of the woodwork with their complaints. They don't understand it. Oh, when they become successful, they just leave black women behind in the dust. Why are they just so mean and unforgiving? We struggled with them. Why are they just going to leave us? First off, it's a complete fallacy that most successful black men date outside of their race. Most successful men, and just men in general, date within their race. But what we see from these women is a negativity bias. They are hardwired to establish most men or all men because they see a handful of them. But instead of attacking ridiculous statements, let's discuss of the ones that do leave said community. Why could that be?
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only one. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Cava Bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all are not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one. But if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really, And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in. And I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. Jesus Christ, you guys are saving a lot of money.
Yup. And the reason why these athletes are saving a lot of money is because I think a fundamental difference that the culture instills in the women of how to view and look at men. Notice that he juxtaposed the Megan Thee Stallion challenge in the beginning with how many women prescribe to that ideology that are black versus white.
Now, let me make this very, very clear. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. I've said this plenty of times, and I'll say it again. Not all Karens are white and not all Keishas are black. Okay? There are a lot of Karens who are black and there are a lot of Keishas who are white. And I understand why a lot of these men are choosing to date white women. But at the same time, let's just make it very, very clear. Unfortunately, because of hip hop culture and the way society is today, there are absolutely a lot of women who are, regardless of ethnicity, about that life and will make very excessive demands of men that have presumably a lot of money or have a lot of money coming to them. One thing we can say, however, that is very clear is that there is a huge shift and there is a huge tide happening right here. You see, a lot of the white girls realize that the guys today, they are very cautious and very selective when it comes to the women that they are in relationships with and the women that they are dating. Unfortunately, a lot of African American women have not gotten the memo yet. And don't get me wrong, they're going to try to catch up and play along. But it's clear that a lot of the Caucasian women have realized that if you want to land a man, you need to learn what the women overseas are doing, what the Filipinos are doing, what the Eastern European women are doing, what the East Asian women are doing, what the Japanese women are doing, okay? What the women in South America are doing and the Caribbean are doing. You need to learn what these women are doing to keep a man, and you need to emulate that. I've said it. You have to show him that you are a team player. You have to show him that you bring value. Okay? A Starbucks, bring him a cup of Starbucks goes a long way. Keep in mind, it's not the same as men having to fork out $800 for a single dinner. But men take small things, even like that, as valuable. Not telling him to pay for your hair, not telling him to pay for your nails. These are all red flags. Don't get me wrong. Once these men marry these women, all of that will come. He will obviously then end up paying for her hair, her nails, and a variety of different things. Okay, a lot of these women will change very, very quickly as soon as they get married. But these women are smart enough to know that they need to at least play along for the immediate future. And don't get me wrong, there are some good women out there still in Western society. But the thing is, for every one good woman, there are 20 good men chasing after that woman. It's true. And how many of these guys do you think, how many of these women do you think would actually be with these guys if they weren't football players, if they did not have that potential to join the NFL? If they were not athletes. So these women are working their own angle. All women want money, but these women at least are smart enough to play coy, to not raise red flags. I'm telling you. As a man, however, a man walking away, we see the red flags. We wouldn't get caught up in this. We'd be focused on our money. If we want a relationship with someone, a wife, or to date, we wouldn't be doing this in the United States. We'd be going overseas to find something like that. And it's understandable why these celebrities, don't do that, because they have a lot of they have they have to go to practice, they have to focus on a variety of things. Although on the other hand, if you look at most wealthy men, a lot of wealthy men, they've been doing this for decades. Going overseas and finding and getting a wife overseas is a very normal thing for wealthy men. If you look at Trump, if you look at a variety of different wealthy guys, it's a very normal thing to go and to get a bride from overseas. So I mean, even guys like Rampage Jackson, went to Japan, and then they tell you don't bring her back, and it messes things up. In his case, it was his mother who actually messed up his wife. Like she basically messed up her head, and it's his own mother. Rampage Jackson is a UFC fighter. He's actually like a couple years older than me. Just not he's like 45, 44, 45, I believe. And he was married to a Japanese woman, and she was very submissive. She was very, very helpful. She'd make sure to draw his bath, put him in the bath, dry him off. If he wanted food, she'd bring him his food immediately. I mean, things were going very well. And then his mother got involved, and his mother was like, "Oh no, you can't be out here doing these types of things. You can't be out here bathing this man. You can't be out here babying this man. You can't be out here feeding this man, cutting up this man's meat. I didn't raise him like that. You are no slave. Who do you think you are? You are a strong, independent woman." And she brainwashed his ex and his wife, and basically they ended up she ended up breaking up. She screwed him over, and where is she? He basically had to still take care of her because he said that he couldn't leave her in Japan. So she's in the United States, living in one of his houses, raising his kid until they turn 20, until they turn 18 or 21, and then that's the end of that. And even then, the irony is like it's like he's between a rock and a hard place, because this he's still subsidizing her living, he's still paying for her, he's still covering her cost, and then when the kid turns 18, what does he do? Like, does he cut the mother off, stop sending her a check because she won't be able to survive now without his support? It's a joke. And this is the situation that modern women put themselves in, where as soon as that check stops coming, a lot of them are on the street, which is the reason why they want things like lifetime alimony. But the thing in her case, in the case of this Japanese woman, what's she gonna do? Go back to Japan with nothing? It's like, or what? Go look for work after after not working for the last 20 years? It's just not gonna happen. I mean, these days, if you have a gap in your resume for more than a few years, you could forget about it. But in her case, what, 10, 20-year gap of not working, and then on top of that, she's been living the easy life for years. So she would have to downsize. I don't know. I tell you, women really live these easy lives, and then when hard times come, they blame men. They'll blame God before they ever take any accountability. Guys, don't forget I have another channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to a description of the video. Go check the channel out, support my content. And don't forget, and if you're enjoying the content on the Angry Guy channel and you want even more of this content, head over to the Men Walking Away channel. I release daily videos on the Men Walking Away channel. You can find a link to the Men Walking Away channel in the description of the video. Go check the channel out, subscribe, and enjoy the content. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? NFL draft picks choose white women. Black women are furious. Let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll talk about it in the comments. And definitely check out MTR. His channel is linked in the description. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.